just get in my head. Yes! Oh, my word. You don't understand how excited I am about this film. I am almost as excited.
Well, looking at what you were doing
as excited to make ourselves a chocolate torte. It's not a tart,
no.
It's a torte.
A torte.
It's a torte. We're making with our Clover Bliss chocolate that is ready to eat, which is a massive, massive win. Never underestimate the power of chocolate. There is just something so special about it that will put a smile on anyone's face. It'll release dopamine in your brain. So treat your family to this easy-to-make Clover Bliss Dessert chocolate torte. And Chef Chumi is the magician who is about to weave it all together.
Guess what?
What?
You don't have to wait until the 22nd of October.
Oh, I don't know how I'm going to actually wait that long. I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around it. So we are going to make something truly delicious. And I think a torte could be a little intimidating to some. So we're going to demystify it and make it super simple and super delicious. So what's going on in your bain-marie little vibe there?
Oh, you even know that it's a bain-marie. Look at you. So all we've got here is we've got some chocolate and some butter that we've nicely melted together. We want somewhat of a sauce consistency.
Okay.
What we're going to do is mix this mixture that I've got over here with our Bliss chocolate medium cream dessert, and then we've got other ingredients that you're going to be whipping up for us here. You've got some eggs, some flour, sugar, vanilla essence, and some salt. So maybe start off with the sugar and eggs first.
All the sugar or just some?
All the sugar.
All the sugar. Okay,
so
I'm ready.
The idea when working with sugar and eggs is to try and whisk it as soon as they mix, because you don't want the sugar to burn the eggs. And by that, I mean whenever you've got a mixture like that, if you leave the sugar unattended with the eggs, it creates little lumps and little thingies in there.
Okay, so there's a chemical process that's going on.
Exactly. So we don't want that oxidizing and anything
I've really been working on my whisking action to aerate and kind of get that.
Well done.
Look at that, man.
All that working out. Yeah, and then into that, you're just going to go in with your vanilla essence, your salt, and the flour. And then I'm going to actually go in with our medium cream, Bliss medium cream dessert over here. I mean, this is not, I can never say chocolate overload. I mean, I love chocolate.
Yeah,
so
chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. In chocolate, with chocolate.
With chocolate.
For
and
chocolate.
If you want to, you could even add some chocolate pieces into this and just make the chocolatey tart.
Don't be crazy. Now you're just being crazy.
I mean, why not, Graham? Why
and then
not?
The flour. What is the flour doing here?
In essence, that's where the torte is. So what you've noticed there, we've used very little flour.
Yeah.
The reason for that is we want a sort of a chocolate brownie, fudgy texture to our torte over here. In fact, I think I want to add a bit more of our Bliss just to make it.
And now, as whisking goes, this is like level 10 intensity. This is quite a heavy mixture.
You've done quite well, and I think,
well.
Well, very well.
No, it's quite. I'm still learning. There's still stages I've got to go, but I feel like we're getting aerated.
Definitely. You're doing quite well. And I think the first step here, before we go too far, is I need to temper those eggs before we mix everything together.
Okay.
And by tempering, we're basically meaning bringing that mixture up to temperature so that when we mix the two, our eggs don't burn or curdle.
Okay.
So the first step would be for me, as I'm adding a little bit, you just continue whisking.
Okay, so it's just a little bit.
And then, in essence, because this mixture is already warm, that's now getting warmed up because of the mixture you've added in there.
See.
You can then now fold
Is it normal to be cramping at this stage?
Well, that means you're doing it right. You can now add your egg mixture into this mixture.
Okay, so now the temperatures are comparable, so it's not going to curdle or create scrambled eggs.
Exactly, and that's not what we want. So, yes, the flour was a little bit, but it's enough to bake it nicely so that you've got a beautiful...
So it's going to set.
Beautiful fudgy texture, because we don't want it to be cakey, but we also don't want it to be too gooey. We want it to set and hold its shape.
So it's got to have a bit of form to it as well.
And a bit of bite. And into a nicely greased pan, we go in.
Because of course on the extremities of the dish it's going to go quite hard, and then as you move into the center it's going to be that like soft gooiness. Oh my word.
And this beauty goes into the oven to bake and comes out looking like that beauty over there. I don't know if you... I was going to say taste, but also I have things to do, and I feel like it's important where I'm going to present a gift.
Okay, no, we'll do it. I'll give you this one.
Okay.
I had this more earlier, and that was a nut. That was like my day's worth of deliciousness. Absolutely beautiful. You know, what I'm loving about the Clover Bliss, it is ready to eat.
Yes.
Okay, so you can just somewhat glug it into your face if you want to, but it translates so well into different recipes as an additive to add that extra creaminess, that extra textural element, and of course, overload on the chocolate. This is beautiful. You have demystified the torte.
And that's it. You bake it at 180 degrees. At most, I'd say 20 minutes, because you don't want to overcook it. You want it to be dry, but you just want it to be nice and gooey in the center.
Is there a way that you know it's ready? Because you don't want to be kind of defacing it by sticking knives in it.
Of course, and because it's of the gooey texture, if you do stick something in there, it's still going to come out with the best. So the whole idea is to bake it according to what the recipe says.
Okay, just trust the process,
recipe,
man. Trust the process.
Make sure, but it will have a bit of a wiggle at the very...
A little bit of a jiggle, a little bit of a wiggle, just a little bit.
But it will be
you can do the wiggle test. Maybe that's the right idea. I suppose the most important take-home here for me is making sure that your mixtures are at the same temperature so you don't curdle your eggs. Absolutely beautiful. You can find this recipe on expressoshow.com.
Made with love by Clover.